was it that he came and did that?
So
It was fantastic.
so cool.
And let me tell you, when he started speaking, you could have heard a pin drop.
I
There was this aura in the room. It was incredible. And suddenly we were all on, everyone was like, yeah, and it was just respect. Like silence.
It's so lovely to work with. He has this extraordinary kind of intensity in his character, but he also has a charm and a kind of playfulness in Grindelwald that I think it's not as easy as him just being a sort of bad guy, the character. He sort of seduces you at the same time and charms you and begins to kind of mess with your head and go, what am I thinking?
Yeah.
Entertainment company Warner Brothers is finally getting hit by karma after firing Johnny Depp from the Fantastic Beasts franchise because of Amber Heard's disgusting accusations. Now Eddie Redmayne is here to tell us what really happened in the movies that made it so appalling they had to cancel the entire thing. Warner Brothers was so proud to get rid of Johnny Depp so quickly, they didn't even realize the consequences of their actions. They fired him from their blockbuster franchise, but kept his wife, who was never proven to be innocent, in Aquaman, even though, let's be honest, it wasn't that great of a movie. Because of their crazy actions, the movies dipped in ratings and fans boycotted them for treating Johnny Depp that way, to the point that they had to cancel the next films in the franchise. No one dared to side with Johnny because of the nasty things he did, according to his ex-wife. J.K. Rowling, the person who wrote Fantastic Beasts and a good friend of Johnny, didn't even bother to help him. Not until now that trial is over and he's proven innocent. Will Warner Brothers reach out to film with Johnny again, or even just to apologize to him? They ruined his career and left him jobless, for crying out loud. Recently, the star of the show revealed what really happened. Eddie Redmayne, who starred as Newt Scamander in Fantastic Beasts, just told us that he has no knowledge of a fourth movie being made in J.K. Rowling's failed franchise. Now that's really bad for the lead actor not to know what's up, because that sounds a bit fishy. During a recent interview promoting his new film, The Good Nurse, Eddie offers a rough update on the future of the Harry Potter spin-off series. He said that he hasn't heard anything about a potential fourth film, though he would love to play Newt again. When asked if he knew anything that was up, he added, "I don't. It's more a question for J.K. Rowling and David Yates and Warner's. But I don't know. I'm afraid. I can't add to that. I love playing Newt. He's a sweet man." Apparently, Fantastic Beasts is supposed to have 5 films in the series, but after the first one was a bit successful, the second and the third ones were so bad that they had to scrap the rest of their ideas. Eddie's comments are just the latest in a long line of bad news for the embattled Fantastic Beasts franchise. They're saying that poor reception and dwindling financial returns caused Warner Brothers to change course and determine the future of the franchise based on Secrets of Dumbledore's box office, which was the lowest grossing film in the Wizarding World franchise and the latest film. If this isn't proof enough that Warner Brothers cancels the Fantastic Beasts franchise, their CEO David Zaslav announced that they had no discussions currently with J.K. Rowling about developing another movie from the Harry Potter universe. A fan reacted to this on Twitter by stating, "So Fantastic Beasts franchise is dead. Confirmed." A reason for this cancellation is that J.K. Rowling has had a rocky relationship with the company, all because of her own problematic reasons and a certain someone. On December 7, 2017, J.K. Rowling posted a lengthy statement to her website in defense of Johnny Depp, the actor cast to play the infamous dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts. Many of the writer's fans made it clear how upset they were that Johnny was part of the cast, even though Amber Heard claimed that Johnny was physically and verbally violent to her. Since JK and Johnny were friends, he even sold his yacht to her. We thought she would have his back, right? She even announced that based on our understanding of the circumstances, the filmmakers and I are not only comfortable sticking with our original casting, but genuinely happy to have Johnny playing a major character in the movies. But 3 years after that, Johnny revealed that Warner Brothers actually asked him to resign from playing Grindelwald in the third Fantastic Beasts film. Of course, they would have asked JK for her opinion, right? She's the writer of the books after all. Couldn't she have begged for Johnny to stay? Or was she also scared that people would choose not to watch it because of him? But then again, Johnny has a bigger fan base. We saw that during the entire defamation trial against his ex. Plus, so many people still believe that he was innocent until proven guilty because they had a feeling that Amber's stories about him were too good to be true. The first trailer of the film showed Johnny with white hair and different colored eyes. But when it came to the movie itself, his scenes were erased and another person had to replace him because of the scandal. Mads Mikkelsen took his place instead, but that didn't stop the controversy from continuing. It's not that Mads was a bad choice for the recast, but the real challenge for the production company was to reach the box office success that the first installment of Fantastic Beasts had, which Johnny was also a part of. Obviously, the second installment did not achieve it because he was sacked from it. Even Warner Brothers knew that Johnny Depp was a magnet of attraction for the entire franchise. Without him, Fantastic Beasts was just another mediocre project. The first film grossed just over $800 million worldwide, while the second one reached around $650 million. The last one, where they replaced Johnny with Mads, only hit a little over $400 million, having a budget of $200 million. It's so obvious that Johnny leaving from the franchise had such a big effect on everyone. His fans are ecstatic that the franchise is now getting canceled, saying, "The Fantastic Beasts franchise will never be the same after Johnny was fired. They just didn't want to grow a pair and apologize to Depp." Canceling it seemed easier, while others think that Johnny should be happy he got out of this absolute disaster because he wasn't being used very well. Hell no, no one was being used to their strengths, and it's clear J.K. Rowling completely lost the plot. The other stars of the movies were also affected. It was also their jobs on the line, and Warner Brothers was making it difficult for them because of the Johnny scandal, which is now proven to be wrong. Eddie Redmayne put his career on the line for this, only for Warner Brothers to act like the Fantastic Beasts movie didn't exist. Recasting Grindelwald didn't help Fantastic Beasts at all. It's also crystal clear that Mads Mikkelsen wasn't that good of an actor compared to Johnny. He himself thought so too, that he even hints that he's excited if ever Johnny Depp takes his role again. Despite Mads' performance being critically successful, it wasn't enough to save Fantastic Beasts 3. He even wanted to reach out to Johnny after it was announced that he'll replace him in the film. He even said that he didn't want to copy what Johnny had done because he thought Johnny was a masterful actor, so copying him would have been creative suicide. He does think that it is possible for Johnny to make a return since winning his defamation case against Amber Heard. J.K. Rowling clearly made a mistake in not protecting her good old friend, and now her films receive the backlash they ought to receive. Well, she did support him in the beginning, but changed her mind for the third movie, which clearly backfired. There's no doubt she put her career down the drain after refusing to help Johnny. Aside from the handful of Johnny fans boycotting the franchise, a lot of people opted to boycott Warner Brothers itself for being problematic. First, you have J.K. Rowling, who had made so many transphobic comments, though the company did say they don't care if she did that as long as she agrees to more Harry Potter comments. Then you have Ezra Miller starring in The Flash, who is having the worst time of his life under the spotlight. Then there's Amber Heard, Johnny's ex-wife, who is yet to be fired from Aquaman 2. That's why a lot of people are against the entertainment company. They fired Johnny so fast, but kept Amber, even though it is already proven that she's guilty of hurting him. Based on those, it would probably be best if Fantastic Beasts ended as a trilogy. But if they really want to continue, a little sorry and a bit of please come back to Johnny will help the company get back on their feet. It will be good for them to hire the actor again, although we doubt he's going to accept the offer after they did him dirty. Seeing people regret what they did to the actor is a big win for the Depp team. You also can't deny the fact that Johnny has such a huge fan base that everyone who puts him aside will suffer the same consequences Warner Brothers did. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching.